Wow, the response to video number 3 has been overwhelmingly positive. Now in the last video, I mentioned a big traffic secret that I personally use when setting up all of my product sites. And based on the comments you left, you were obviously interested in finding out what that secret is. So, are you ready? Drum roll, please. Well, it's actually something I mentioned on several occasions through the first few videos. You might or you might not have picked up on it. And that secret is WordPress, but not in the way you've probably ever used WordPress. You see, WordPress is an extremely powerful traffic generator in and of itself. That is, when it's set up properly. And I would guess that 99% of the people using it just don't know how to set it up right. So that's exactly what I'm going to tell you how to do right now. But first, let's address how WordPress is used. This can either be your primary site or used as strictly a promotional site. It doesn't matter, and both are fine. The goal is to make this the highest quality, most streamlined promotional engine that we can make it. And with that in mind, and before we get into anything technical, just remember it's all about the content. Good content in, good results out. Bad content in, bad results out. Got it? Good. I'm now going to talk about some technical setup details, so make sure you write this down. And I'm just going to go ahead and mention one plugin, which is the All-in-One SEO. This is perhaps the most important plugin you will ever install on WordPress. Others can include any plugin that keeps your blog clean, fast, and efficient. Remember, the fewer plugins, the better. Now, let's talk about the optimal settings. The most important settings you have is the permalinks. Here's the specific structure for your permalinks that I recommend, and that's /post ID. The idea is to keep it short and sweet. For those familiar with WordPress, notice that I am not using my post name. Next, let's talk about how to use WordPress as a traffic tool. Let's say that you already have a data feed site. Your goal with this WordPress blog or multiple blogs is to write posts that directly pre-sell the products you are promoting on your data feed site. Got it? Great. Well, there you have it. It's really no more complicated than the simple steps I've laid out for you in these 4 videos. Using just these methods, anyone can go out and, in a very short period of time, create a full-time income working from the comfort of their own living room. You really can do this. But it requires one major thing from you, and that one major thing is action. I would highly recommend that as soon as this video ends, you go out and take immediate action and put this process in motion. It really will make the difference in your future if you do it. I guarantee it. But before I let you go, I want to mention one more thing to you. I know we've covered a lot here, so I've taken the time to write out everything we've talked about on a private website that I'll give you in just 1 second. That way you can refer back to it as often as you like. Now, for those of you who know me, you know that I'm a big proponent of automation and scale. So a few months ago, I started experimenting with ways to take the same concept that we've been talking about for the last few days, the same concept I personally used to make hundreds of thousands of dollars in numerous non-internet marketing related niches, and put it all on steroids. You see, I knew that WordPress was powerful, but that there had to be a way to make it 10 times, even 100 times more powerful. Well, after weeks of experiments, I finally nailed it. I combined the power of WordPress with a highly effective SEO linking and hub strategy and created the perfect e-commerce business model. I also figured out how to automate over 90% of the toughest part, which is the content generation. And I documented absolutely everything. And then I spent over 2.5 hours recording videos that explain every last component of the project in detail. Shockingly enough, I named it the WordPress Project. If you are like me and don't like to play around, and if you want to bend the success curve by weeks and even months, then give it a look when you visit the site. This was intended to be a $1,000 product launch, but then I was hit by Hurricane Ike and lost power for over 2 weeks. The economy took a nosedive, and friends of mine have already lost their jobs. And all in all, for a lack of a better way to put it, things just really got screwed up. All that being said, I figure folks could use a break. And that's what I want to give you. If you have interest in this advanced system called the WordPress Project, There, I've got a little deal waiting for you. If you like what you see and you think it will help you, then take it for a test drive, absolutely free. That's it. I hope you've enjoyed these videos, and I wish you the best of success in creating your own e-commerce empire.